in the lab late one night, when my eyes beheld an eerie sight.
Room 21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an amazing weekend. It's a little rainy today, but I hope that you still were able to get out yesterday in the beautiful weather and enjoy the day with the family. So, I have a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to get you guys off to the strategy session for this week. First of all, I wanted to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Mr. Nate Webb. Nate has been on top of it with the Barrett Academy Constitution, and that line towards the end that says scholars will take initiative without being asked, that sums up Nate. He has been doing that all throughout the building, living with passion, starting chants in class, and just living up to the Barrett Academy expectations. So I wanted to congratulate Nate for being this week's Rock Star of the Week. A couple of other quick announcements, guys. As you can see on the newsletter for the week, Monday we have no school for Columbus Day. That's a teacher work day, teacher professional development day. And then coming up on Friday, guys, we have the PTO Monster Match from 6 to 8 p.m. I hope to see you guys there dancing the night away. I will be there. So I hope to see each and every one of you as well. Also, interims came home in the Friday folder on Friday. I gave you 2 copies of each. I know some of you guys like to keep them in a box or something as a record for your scholar all throughout the years. So you can keep one of each. You can keep one of the Academy interims and one of the academic interims. And then I just ask that you send one of each back to me signed, acknowledging that you received it and also having any questions that you may have. I'm so incredibly proud of your scholars, Room 21 Rockstar families. They are incredible. The Academy interim, the areas that are highlighted on it, just a quick note, are just areas that I want your scholar to focus intentionally on over the next couple of weeks. You know, as I told them in class this past week, they may be focusing on these things in class, but now I want them to start encouraging others to do that as well. Because as I told the scholars, I am looking for them to grow as much as possible this year. So I'm trying to give them as much feedback as possible to help that process to kick off. So interims in the Friday folder, send them back if you'd like at your earliest convenience. At this time, guys, I'm going to send you off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, welcome to our weekly strategy session at the home of Room 21 sites.google.com/staffordschools.net/Room21Rockstars. And you can find that web address happening right up there if you guys want to look at that as well. Right there. Now, guys, I know that you're probably asking, Mr. Eggert, how can I earn a ton of house points this week? You know, I have the day off tomorrow with Columbus Day. I really want to get my house in the lead. Well, scholars, you have come to the right place because this happens to be a double house point week. So everything that you do this week, the typical value of that assignment is now going to be doubled because you have that extra day, scholar, so you will be able to put your house in the lead. And if we go on over to the Academy section and look down at our current house point standings, you will find that blue currently has that lead. They took the lead from Red House, and orange and green are not far behind, scholars. So this is the opportunity for you to put your house in the lead. Let me show you how right here, right now. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is go over to the classroom section, the classroom page of our classroom, Records Rockstars, and the Google Classroom question of the week, which is available on the back of the newsletter. You can either answer it on paper or answer it on our classroom page, guys, is worth 10 house points this week as long as you answer it in complete sentences and with capital letters and proper punctuation. The question is, tell me about a time when you believe that Alex Petrosky was in the learning zone, and how about one time when he was in the performance zone? Now, it's fine and well if you tell me when they're in the learning zone, when he's in the performance zone, scholars, but I am interested in the why. What is the evidence that you have found in the text that would suggest that Alex Petrosky is in the learning zone or in the performance zone? That is what I'm looking for, scholars, the evidence. That will take your answer to the next level. So that's always available on Classroom. Many people took advantage of that last week, which is awesome. That is available right there. Now, if you want to just get to the strategy session, then you come to VODCAST and Weekly Strategy, scholars, and here you will find a ton of new things up and ready to rock and roll. Double house points this week that will help you with the strategies and skills that we are learning in class. So first of all, guys, The very first assignment that I happen to have would be down here. Any of these links, multiplying 2 by 2, multiplying 2 by 2 part 2, and multiplication 3 by 2, these are the areas that you want to focus on. Everything here will be worth 2 house points this week, but because it's a double house point week, you can take that up to 4. So these 3 sites right here, scholars, are a great area for you to earn double house points and to work on box method. Also, I have put this page and just a bunch of naked number problems, scholars. There happen to be 5 of them. I want to see your work with the box method, or maybe you're going with traditional right now. I will put each of these worth also 2 house points, double them up to 4. Those are available here as well. I still have the prime composite activity up, guys, which will be worth 10 house points, and that's already doubled. I'm reducing it a bit because it's a week old. But you have to identify any numbers that you find throughout the house as either prime or composite. And my example last week was that the serving per container for Fruit Loops was about 12. So the number 12 I would write down. I would identify it as composite. I would tell why it's composite, because it can be represented by more than one array, because it has more than 2 factors. It happens to be composite. The math no guessing riddle of the week, scholars, is getting a little harder. Has a few more clues and a wider range from which you can find the number, because now we're starting to add a lot more language of the discipline, a lot more of the math vocabulary that we've been talking about in class. So now we're going to kind of up the challenge just a little bit. I found this quote over the weekend at Mission Barbecue, scholars, and I thought I would put it under the writing section of the week. It says, if you knew you couldn't play tomorrow, how hard would you play today? I want you to tell me, what does that mean to you? If you write about it, bring it into class, you can earn yourself 5 house points, but because it's a double house point week, scholars, that is going up to 10. So really cool quote, guys, that I thought I would share with you, and that is available there. I do still have the Padlet available, which is 5 house points but 10 this week if you want to go ahead and add for it. What is next for Alex Petrosky? If you guys simply click on this link and go over to that page, you'll see the directions for how to complete that. I also put a puzzle up for the week, guys, and this is going to be worth 10 house points, but because it's doubled, you'll get 20 house points this week. It's called Hexed. Now, it's kind of like a crossword, but not really. So, number 1, an hour before midnight, okay? You have to put, these are 6-letter answers. You have to put those answers around the number 1, okay? Now, the way that it works, it says, starting in the space with the arrow and proceeding in the direction the arrow points. So, whatever an hour before midnight would be, so I believe it's 11. Do you all agree with me, guys? That would be E-L-E-V-E-N, okay? And then you go down through all of these other clues, and you'll start to see how they kind of link as well. Really fun puzzle, 10 house points, but because it's a double house point week, guys, you can earn yourself 20. I'll also have this printed out, guys, in the front of the classroom if you want to check that out as well. Now, we are still rocking and rolling through our science unit, scholars, with the oceans, but not this week, next week we will have an assessment on that. I put together a study video for you guys. It's called Ocean Study of Video 2017. And it's 20 minutes of me working with you studying as we go. So there are ways for you to earn house points all throughout this video. You may want to wait to complete it. Or maybe on Monday you want to go ahead and start checking it out. Totally up to you. I bet right now you guys are saying, okay, Mr. Reichard, let's cut to the chase. What is the secret hashtag for the week? So the secret hashtag for the week is hashtag Monster Mash. Hashtag Monster Mash. It's typically worth 5, but because it's a double house point week, you guys will earn 10 house points for bringing that in. Hashtag Monster Mash, which happens to be taking place on Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. in the activity room. I hope to see you guys there. At this time, I'm going to send you guys back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. Any questions about the interims, you can email me or call as well. You guys have the very best students in Stafford County, right here in room 21, each and every one of the 27. And you guys are the very
I was was working in the lab late